Hey guys, Disaster 307 here, doing a longboard review. And today we will be doing the Earhwing Superglider. For starters, I've had this board for about a year now, and if you want to know where I purchased it at Mearskate, which is a really great longboard company because they're super friendly. They have amazing prices, and like you can never find the most friendliest environment in in the whole entire United States. That's how much I love about Mearskate. They're just all the guys who work there are really nice. This board is 38 inches long. 9 inches wide, and what's a really cool thing about this board is that it has a really nice kicktail. So if you want to do your shove-its or your tiger claws, whatever, it's a really good board. The nose is not that bad, and the concave, I'm just trying to show you a nice picture here. Concave is actually not bad either. It's not one of those special concaves, just one of those normal concaves, but it will lock your feet into it. For my setup, I have these beautiful Paris 180s. Zoom in a little bit. Both back and front. And for bushing setup, I have these yellow double barrel bushings made by Venom. Super soft. And for my wheel setup, I have these amazing cult classics: buttery smooth side set 80As, 70mm wheels. I think it is an 80A. I don't remember. They are side set. And this board is really great for free riding. You can actually, this board actually is a very great overall board because you can downhill, you can free ride, you can push around the streets of San Diego. It's a really nice board. And what's another good detail about this board is that if you can see those black lines, both bottom and top, this whole board is also made of carbon fiber strips. Now what this does is that it makes the board a lot stronger, and it makes the board a lot lighter, which is really nice because personally I don't like lugging around a freaking heavy board. I just like something light, so it's a really good board. This is actually one of my first boards I've purchased. It's a really good starter board, I have to say. The only problem with this board when you're purchasing it, especially like from Mearskate, upgrade to these reverse kingpin trucks. Upgrade them, because if you're going to use the traditional, because what they usually do for stock, because this board actually is not stocked by Mearskate. This board, I got the trucks, the wheels, and the bushings separately. But if you're thinking about purchasing this board, it's gonna be set up with 169mm independent trucks, which is a traditional kingpin truck, which I shall show you. Oh, camera moved. Meh. Here you go. So here are the independents. They're 169s with some O-tangs. And then here's my, if you can't really see, but my stock bushings. Now, the problem with having these, oh by the way, I call this board the plank. It's pretty amazing. When purchasing the Superglider with these trucks, the only problem is that with with especially like with having like a really soft bushing setup, look carefully at the wheel, the top of the wheel to the bottom of the board, from here to here. What you see is, if you're gonna have, like, just say like you had these trucks on my Superglider. Say if you had these trucks with these wheels on my Superglider, look how close a far apart from the board is, especially if you're gonna pull off a slide or, you know, whatever. Guess what? You're gonna get wheel bite. And that's why I upgraded these reverse kingpin trucks, because they are, if you can take a look how far apart they are. And that's why I upgraded these, because I mean they're gonna set you up with, like, from mine, when they set me up, I had those orangutan fat frees and some bones. When I had this really, you know, soft bushing setup, it gave me a lot of wheel bite. But the fat frees, due to the size of them, they were 65 millimeters. You won't really intend to get wheel bite. But say if you're gonna put a 70 millimeter wheel, which were those 4 Prezes or these Colt Classics, you will get wheel bite. But the only solution I can give you is that those risers were with those indies. That's why every time I put 70 millimeter wheels, they gave me wheel bite. So if you want to fix that problem, if you have that kind of problem with your independents, just put risers on. Either put risers on or just get some harder bushings. If you're like, you know, if your bushings are too soft for you. But that's the reason why I upgraded with these reverse kingpins, because when I'm free riding, I want some really soft bushings. I want some really good turning ratio without having to have any wheel bite at all. So yeah, that's only one problem I had in the beginning when I had this board. But after I got these reverse kingpins, they're amazing. It's amazing. So yeah. Yeah, and that's basically it. It's yeah, and you know what? It's just a really good starter board for, you know, for little kids and blah blah blah. And you know, by the way, I've hit curbs. I banged up my nose a lot. But to be honest with you, that's all you're gonna have. It's not gonna be banged up that much, nor the tail. I mean, grip tape, it might just come off a little bit, but no problem at all. And yeah, and that's basically it. And what I really have to let you guys know, like, there's a lot of people who, you know, who've done this kind of review of this particular board, and I've seen unboxing videos, you know, saying, oh, I had to what's it called, for my stock setup, I also had you know, independent 169s, and I wanted them so badly, but this guy at the store said that, oh no, you should, you know, you should totally, you know, keep them because you won't get wheel bite, but the Randalls will. And it's like, come on, people. It's like, you're telling me that Randalls, which are a much more taller truck than Indies, you're telling me Randalls would give you wheel bite instead of the Independents. I mean, both of them won't give you wheel bite unless you have like risers or your bushing set, because it's all rider's perspective. But if you're gonna be an idiot and tell the whole public saying Independents won't give me wheel bite but Randalls will, check it out, idiots. Look at that. Look how small my risers are, and I still haven't gotten wheel bite yet. And I have this board for like almost a year. So, you know, this is an unboxing video. You can't just, you know, never touch your board and say, oh, you're gonna get wheel bite on this truck and that, because you have no riding experience at all. You probably never even touched the board, and you're just, you know, you're just yelling out saying, hey, reverse kingpin trucks, oh yeah, they're gonna give you wheel bite, but Indies won't. You're such a dumbass, because Indies are shorter trucks than the reverse kingpins. And that's all I have to say. You know, there's some really stupid people out there that just piss me off, and that's what I don't like about, you know, those kind of people, because if you don't know anything, don't say anything. If you know something, go ahead and share it out to the world. But if you're just going to be an idiot and tell the wrong information to everybody, there's going to be a problem with you and me, whoever you are. So, I mean, I sound like a douche, but I'm a pretty chill guy. So if you guys have any questions or, you know, comments, post them down there. And that's basically all I have to say for my board. Oh, I've also forgot. There are also 2 mounting options on this board. It doesn't apply to the bottom, it only applies to the front. Right now, it's at, if you can see, it is at the first mounting option, but if you move the truck up all the way to the nose, it's a second mounting option, which makes the board, you know, a lot of fun. So yeah, that's all I have to say. And if you guys want downhill on this thing, put some more grippier wheels, some little, you know, little harder bushings, you're good to go. I've downhilled on this thing, and it's pretty good. Except these wheels. These are pretty sketchy wheels if you're going downhill because they don't have grip. Okay then. Have a good day, guys. The disaster is out.